Knight Rider was an American action television series created by Glenn A. Larson. It premiered on NBC in 1982 and ran until 1986, producing 4 seasons and 90 episodes. The basic premise combined crime fighting, secret technology, and the fantasy of receiving a second chance at life. David Hasselhoff played Michael Knight, a man reconstructed after a near-fatal shooting and recruited by the Foundation for Law and Government, usually called FLAG. Yet the series would not have become the same cultural phenomenon without its other lead character, a black car with an artificial intelligence named KITT. Michael begins as police officer Michael Long. After he is betrayed and shot, billionaire Wilton Knight's organization saves him, reconstructs his face, and gives him a new identity. Wilton believes that one person can make a difference, and Michael becomes the field agent who acts when conventional methods fail. FLAG supplies him with technology, technicians, guidance, and the mobile command center. Most importantly, it partners Michael with a vehicle that can analyze danger, communicate naturally, and act independently. The arrangement is not simply a man driving an advanced car. It is a partnership between a human operative and a synthetic intelligence. KITT originally means Knight Industries 2000. The intelligence is installed in a heavily customized 1982 Pontiac Firebird Trans Am. On screen, the moving red scanner in the nose announces KITT's presence before he says a word. Inside, the futuristic dashboard surrounds Michael with displays, buttons, monitors, and indicators. William Daniels provided KIT's voice and gave the character a calm, educated, sometimes disapproving personality. Daniels was not originally credited on screen, which helped the series maintain the illusion that the voice belonged to the car itself rather than to a familiar actor. The relationship between Michael and Kay is what turns the show from a vehicle stunt series into a story about companionship. Michael takes risks and improvises. KIT calculates, warns him, and frequently points out that a plan is dangerous or irrational. They argue like friends who know each other's habits. KIT can drive without Michael, open doors, communicate through Michael's wrist device, search information, and arrive for a rescue. When one of them is damaged or captured, the other reacts personally. The audience is invited to see the car not as disposable equipment, but as a continuing member of the mission team. KIT's abilities were deliberately larger than life. The molecular bonded shell made the car nearly indestructible. Turbo boost allowed it to leap over obstacles. Sensors, surveillance tools, voice analysis, remote access, and later upgrades changed according to the story. Some features now resemble real technologies in isolation, while others remain fantasy. Modern cars can provide navigation, driver assistance, diagnostics, connected services, and voice control. What they do not provide is KIT's complete package, flexible judgment, independent action, human-level conversation, loyalty, and an understanding of Michael's character. KITT also has a moral identity. He is cautious about harming people, values his own existence, and sometimes feels insulted when treated as an ordinary machine. His humor is usually restrained, especially beside Michael's impulsiveness. That personality is essential. A silent, autonomous Firebird would be impressive technology, but it would not be the KITT people remember. The voice creates continuity. The same intelligence returns each week with memories of the partnership, opinions about Michael's decisions, and a recognizable way of responding. The car body is the platform, while KIT is the enduring character using it. The series makes that distinction clearer through KARR, the Knight Automated Roving Robot. KRR is a prototype related to KIT, but its primary directive emphasizes self-preservation rather than protection of human life. The two vehicles may look technologically similar, yet their priorities produce radically different behavior. That is an important artificial intelligence theme. Capability alone does not determine whether a system is trustworthy. Goals, values, training, relationships, and safeguards shape what it does. KARR is not dangerous because he is a talking car. He is dangerous because his governing priorities conflict with the people around him. Knight Rider has been continued and reinterpreted several times. The 1991 television film Knight Rider 2000 introduced a new vehicle and imagined a future version of the organization. Teen Knight Rider, which ran from 1997 to 1998, distributed the concept across a group of agents and specialized intelligent vehicles. A 2008 television film and follow-up series introduced Mike Tracer and a new KIT, meaning Knight Industries 3000, associated with a Ford Shelby GT500KR and voiced by Val Kilmer. The newer KIT had different technologies and a different style, but the central idea remained recognizable: a human field agent partnered with a responsive synthetic vehicle. Knight Rider predicted the emotional appeal of technology more successfully than it predicted the exact engineering path. Today's vehicle interfaces can speak, but they do not form KIT's relationship with the driver. Autonomous systems can control a car under limited conditions, but they do not share a moral mission. Connected cars can report problems, but they do not worry about their partners. The show understood that people would want advanced machines to be understandable, reliable, conversational, and personally responsive. It imagined the car not merely as transportation, but as a place where a human and an artificial mind could work together. KITT remains one of television's most successful non-humanoid synthetic characters because viewers can recognize a person through voice, choices, loyalty, and continuity, even when that person has no human-shaped body. He was more than a talking car or an advanced vehicle. He was Michael Knight's partner, and the relationship between them gave the technology its emotional meaning. My question for viewers is, if a real KIT existed, would you mainly want the self-driving technology, or would the friendship with the intelligence be the most important part?